Well, it's Tuesday, and we got back to Vero Beach yesterday, Monday morning, just before noon. Today actually I'm turning this into a day of beauty for me. Well, a day of beauty. Actually, what I'm doing is I'm going for a haircut, but in my case, that's what a day of beauty is, getting a haircut. And it's really not going to be a whole day. I mean, I'm going to this place where they cut your hair in under 5 minutes. So anyway, let's see how the day of beauty goes. There, I got the haircut, and you can tell it's a pretty short haircut. And I'll tell you why. In my opinion, there is nothing that says real American like a short haircut. You know, there is no way you can look at me with this haircut and think I'm some kind of foreign communist. I'm a real American. I got a short haircut, and I don't know, your style choices are your own, but I certainly recommend short haircuts for everybody who wants to demonstrate that they're real Americans.
Well, welcome to the recap. Thanks for checking in. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate the support you give me. And I'll tell you what, it keeps this channel going. And I'd encourage you to press the like button if you're enjoying and welcoming what you're seeing. You know, we're not getting any fake news whatsoever. Well, as I reported in the first segment there, we came back from New Jersey this week, and last Saturday, super rainy day in New Jersey, awful, miserable, but we had a great time at Liz's first communion. Now, Liz is my granddaughter, and this was her first communion. Now, also in Dennis family news, Matt, my grandson, got his braces taken off. And Matt, you're looking terrific. Really glad to see you got those things off your teeth. Now, we've got some breaking news from Vero Beach, and here it is. I've got some breaking news over here at, this is Oslo Road here, and that's 43rd Avenue over there. And it turns out behind me, they're putting in a brand new 7-Eleven. In fact, they broke ground for this while Karen, the weather girl, and I were up in New Jersey. Now, I'm hoping it's going to be one of these brand new 7-Eleven Evolution stores where you can mix your own Slurpee, your own coffee, you know, whatever kind of crap that you like that you get from 7-Eleven. They're making it very personalized. So anyway, you can see they've started, and it's probably not going to be finished until we get back here in the fall. But I'm really looking forward to it. This is big news for this area here. Walgreens here, Publix there, and a 7-Eleven over there. It's great. Really looking forward to this new 7-Eleven. It's a huge area that they're clearing out, so I don't know exactly what this whole thing is going to look like, but surely when we get back here in the fall, it'll be complete, and you will have a complete report on it. Now, in our knowledge segment, I want to address a question that I get asked quite a bit. And here it is.
You ever wonder why all U-Haul trucks have Arizona plates? Well, it's pretty simple. U-Haul is based in Phoenix, Arizona, and they register everything in Phoenix. Now, they pay taxes across the country, and it's under some complicated thing. And they probably pay about $1,000 in fees for each of these trucks. So even though they've got Arizona plates, they're able to operate in places like Florida and Michigan, places like that. So that's a little knowledge for you. There you go.
Well, last week I introduced a brand new segment to the recap, and that was on historical markers. And now that I'm down in Vero Beach, I figured I'd check out Vero Beach historical markers. Here's the first one from down here.
This week's historical marker is located here at Humiston Park. Humiston Park is a little park in sort of the touristy section of Vero Beach. There's a boardwalk at Humiston Beach, and the historical marker is down the end. Here's the marker. It commemorates the sinking of a British steamship in 1894 out here on some kind of a reef that's out there. Turns out 24 guys were rescued from the ship. The Coast Guard couldn't pull the steamship off the reef, and supposedly at low tide, the ship is still down there. And supposedly at low tide, you're able to see it above the water. I've been down here a lot. I've never seen it, but I did manage to get my scuba gear and go out and get some shots so you can see what it is. The Breconshire was built in Britain in 1883, and Breconshire actually refers to, it's named after a county in Wales. It was a steamship, and the trip it was on, when it ran aground out here, was from New York to Tampa. Luckily, no lives were lost. Unfortunately, the ship couldn't be saved, so it still sits out there.
Yeah, the Breconshire is something to look at if you're ever down here. You want to go and take a look at this thing. Yeah, I mean, all you see from the boardwalk is water, but, if you go out with your scuba gear, you can get down there and see what's going on. That concludes the news for this week, but I do want to make a recommendation on a TV show. And it's on Netflix. It's a game show, and I never look at game shows ever. But this one caught my eye, and Karen, the weather girl, and I last night watched an episode and a half of it, and it's pretty interesting. The name of the game show is Bullshit. Yes, bullshit. You've got a foul word here on the recap. And I'll tell you what, it's a pretty interesting concept. Now, the episodes are only a half an hour. I guess they're about as long as a regular game show is. And, if you're looking for something just to fill up a little bit of time, you may want to take a look at this and check it out. I found it mildly amusing, mildly entertaining. So the name of it is Bullshit. And you'll find it on Netflix. Well, anyway, that concludes my news, opinions, recommendations, everything that I've got for this week. I hope you all have a nice weekend. I hope you check in next week. And once again, I encourage you to press that like button. Have a good one.